Hello, juniors. This is Kit, and I know you all are really stressed right now because अभी चल रहा होगा दिमाग में सिर्फ कि काश थोड़ा सा और टाइम होता तो अभी पूरा का पूरा सिलेबस आप ऐसे कर लेते या फिर ओ काश थोड़ा सा टाइम और होता तो और डेवलप कर लेते and I relate to you. Been there, done that. But well, we can't increase the time that we have, but we can utilize the one or the amount of time that we do have left. So let's talk about that. What to do in these last few days or weeks of Uceed prep. So the video is going to be in few different parts or domains we'll be talking about, all important in their own way. Let's start with part A. So in part A, what to do. So believe me, what all or whatever you have done now is good, and we don't need to learn or go through new concepts or new topics in the last few days or weeks that we have left. Like, don't need to stress much about that. The only thing that you need to do is go through your syllabus once more, revisit the topics that you've already done, and especially the ones that you find challenging, go through the formulas again, go through the concepts once more, and also do focus on PYQs and like mocks. PYQs, I know, we have already done PYQs, oh, 3 times, 4 times, and more maybe. Just one last time, let's go through them again. And for mocks, I know, we think, oh, mocks are not that important, and whatever questions that we are given in mocks are not actually the ones that come in the paper anyway. So why even bother with mocks? I'd say I agree to that. But that said, mocks are not just for the questions that are going to come in the exam, but it's for the purpose of creating the right mindset. It helps you get into the right mindset of the exam itself, that you are supposed to sit there for 3 hours and you're supposed to attempt the exam. They bring you new type of questions from new topics and new domains. So you are like aware of what all can or might come. And it also helps you with your time management skills, because then you can build up your own strategies and practice them and see if it works for you or not. Like how much time to give to NAT, how much time to give to MSQ, MCQ, and how many questions to do attempt or how many to leave, and when it is okay to leave. So all of that you can work with and practice through mocks. Now let's talk about part B. As I've always said, part B are the marks that you carry within yourself or with yourself to the exam, because part A can be unpredictable. It's quite vague and it has ranged from really easy to really hard through the years. But part B has been somewhat consistent. I know there can be some unpredictability to it too, but to an extent, right? Like there are only two questions that we know. The first question is going to be about like sketching, like scene creation or something, because that's what they have given. So yeah, there can be a new setting with new characters and all of that. But at the end, we know a scene would be there that we need to draw. And we already have the skills for it. We already have practiced it a lot, and we have already practiced it in time. So if you have done all of that, you'll be fine. And for the second question, which is design aptitude, majorly we think or what we practice about is product design, and for the past 2 years that has what has been coming. But even if product design does not come, we'll be ready for that. Exams like NID have prepared us well for that, right? So even if something like poster design or logo or mascot anything comes in design aptitude, you'll be ready for that too. When we talk about part B, there's not too much that we can do, but there's enough that we can do that can fetch us those extra few marks that we really need for the last few days of our prep and in the exam, obviously. So let's talk about it. Right now, we can't be going and learning everything from scratch. We can't be thinking, oh, let's do perspective from scratch again or learn the concepts of anatomy and all of that. That you already should know. So what can we do? We can clean up the sketches, we can work on our polishing, and we can work on time management a bit here. Because sometimes when we are practicing by ourselves, even if we think like, oh, 30 minutes we are to do, or when we are doing, we give us some grace period that, oh, just let's 2 or 3 more minutes and I'll finish this up properly. And that we whilst practicing we don't notice, but in the exam center you will not have that extra 2 3 minute grace period, and you'll have to do it within. So I'll say, whilst practicing, cut the 5 minutes from the overall time. So rather than doing two questions in an hour, try to do it them within 55 minutes. So in the exam, even if something goes like bad or something goes that you're not prepared for, you'll have that 5 minutes extra that you can put there. One more thing that you can do is improve the clarity of your sketches, or like how you're communicating them, and some small tweaks here and there in the presentation overall itself can go a long way too. For the same, actually take references here, that how the product that you are, or like the question that you attempted, how others have attempted it, and take from them ki how this one small thing that they use, some maybe rule of thirds, or maybe golden ratio, or some other particular rule or method that they use, that it's making their product with the same amount of skills that you have, but their presentation of their product or scene or composition or whatever make it look like a lot better. Yeah, that was about the part B. Also, one really more important topic is giving mocks. We already talked a little about it, so let's talk a little detailed what you need to do about mocks and with mocks in the last few days or weeks that we have left. Give them seriously and give them in the right setting. Don't be sitting on your bed or like in your very comfort zone and like while snacking or taking breaks in between. That will not help you, because the purpose of giving mock, it's not about what the questions will be in the exam. It's about the right mindset, that you need to be sitting at a same spot for the next 3 hours without any break and doing so many questions, and it's going to be exhausting. So that's what you're supposed to do mocks for. So you can build an endurance for the exam itself. So how to do it, how to do it correctly. So I'll suggest, do not give the mock where you usually study in your own bedroom at the study table that you usually do study in. If possible, give it at some a different room in your own house. If not, go to a friend's house. And the best, I think, you can join a library for 1 month or so. I did that, and that was really helpful for me. So I do recommend that too. And one last thing that I need to talk about, and I'm gonna sound like a parent or like on that, please focus on your health, because I know whilst this preparation, we have not eaten properly, we have not taken care of our health, we have not went out, we have not been sleeping and whatnot. But in the these last few days and so, we need to fix that kinda, because we need our brain function to be working at its best, and for that to happen, we need to eat good, we need to drink enough water, and we need to get enough sleep. And I know it's hard. I can't be like, oh no, go at the bed at 10 and wake up at 6 or something and get those 8 to 9 hours every single day, because I know that's just not possible for most of us, and especially the time wala thingy. So I'll just say, in the 24 hours that you have in a day, sleep 8 to 9 hours whenever you can, but sleep continuously and 8 to 9 hours, because right before the exam, like the day before or the night before, you'll not be able to sleep. That might just be because you're traveling there just the night before. I'll highly not suggest not to do that. We'll talk about that in a different video though. But the night before, you'll not be able to sleep properly. And for that reason, you should have some, sort of like backup, like extra sleep that you have slept in the past week or two or so, because then even if like you didn't sleep अच्छे से the last night, you'll still be fine in the exam. And at last, uh, please try not to panic. I know it's easier said than done, but these last few days about polishing and not panicking. And with that, all the best, juniors. You all have done a lot, and that's really appreciable. And yeah, I hope you all do the best that's possible for you in the exam. And yeah, you got it.